Hey, how's it going? Hey, thanks, man. A lot of people in here early. Thank you so much, man. I'm actually gonna stand up. I should have stood up before I did this, but I was kind of in between doing a couple things. One, figuring out, my bot. So I kind of know what's going on, and I do apologize. Hey, Takano, dude, 5 months already, man. Dude, thank you so much, dude. Man, thank you so much. Takano, 5 months, man. Man, how's everybody doing? What are you guys working on? Are you ready for the weekend? Happy Thursday. Hey, Joe Cable. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Man, first and foremost, sorry about Tuesday. I had some things I had to take care of, so I apologize. It wasn't the snow, although we did get a ton of snow. I don't know about you guys, but man, we got like 3 or 4 inches of snow and it actually stuck. Like everyone here is like freaking out like right now. Like, what is going on? But yeah, we got a ton of snow and whatever. That's not why I missed the stream. The reason why, dang, Home Lab New, 4-month streak. Man, you guys are killing it, man. Thank you so much. But yeah, dude, thank you so much again. Appreciate it. Long story short, I had to work on some more stuff. I got something coming out. Jeez, Toast-Faced Gorilla. Resub, 3 months, man. Dude, thank you so much, man. Everyone's renewing. I appreciate it. But long story short, I said that 3 times, so it's no longer long story short. But I had to wrap up some stuff. I've been working on. I'm not gonna lie. I've been working on this video for this weekend, and it's bigger. It's a bigger undertaking than I thought it was gonna be. And I've been working on it nonstop outside of work. So I had to take Tuesday off to finish it. Well, I'll finish part of it. This is one of the few that I've had to film in multiple parts too. So anyways, thank you for understanding. Let me know what you guys are working on. I will get caught up here in comments in a second. The other thing I wanted to say was I apologize for the lights. I know what's going on there. It kind of has to do with what I'm working on. Anyways, part of my network isn't functioning the way it should, but I didn't think that was going to affect this, but I guess it is. So anyways, I'm just trying to think, is there something I can do from here to trigger that? I think I can, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, you know what? Let me do this live really quick. Let me do this live. I'm gonna actually pull down my bot and run it locally. And then I'll just have my stream bot running on my machine instead of in Kubernetes, because I think that's what's going on. So let me go into my bot. I would show you my screen, but it's really boring. It's just terminal stuff. Do a git pull, yarn start, and then let me scale this guy down in Kubernetes. Then I'll trigger it myself. If it doesn't work, man, at least I tried, right? At least I tried. My other instance of Kubernetes, go into that guy, log out. Hey, things got a little brighter, which makes me think something changed. Yeah, look at that. Banana, wait, what's going on? I'm trying to think of what. Oh, he's getting caught up. See, my other stuff is working. Oh man, like I was getting scared for a minute. I thought Banana triggered it. Awesome. Well, did you see the flashing lights back there? That explains another bug that I've had. Man, I seriously thought for a second like we were getting hacked. We as in me. I was getting hacked. I'm like, who? Because I was looking at my logs in Kubernetes. I'm like, what is this exclamation point Banana? And why is it making the lights flash? Anyways, let me do this really quick. So then I can stop looking at screens, at least this screen, and start talking to you guys. So I had 2 bots running at once. Let's see, someone chose Northern Lights. Let's see, maybe, I don't know. That was super weird though. Oh, I think I have something. Yeah, there we go. All right. Okay, so I kind of understand what's going on. Yeah, Banana was the solution. I actually thought Banana, I freaked out. You know when you have those moments of freak outs when something happens that you don't think should be happening, at least in tech, and you're like, why is this happening? Like, and then you automatically go to like, I'm being hacked. Like everything, it's like, I'm being hacked. And so that's the moment I had for a minute, because I saw the corner of my eye chat change, and then I saw in my logs, I saw a banana fly by, and then I saw lights flashing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm being hacked. I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know. Sometimes everything I look up about like ailments I have, I'm like, oh man, you have cancer. And so all of a sudden I think I have cancer. I have that same fear. I'm not scared. Well, yeah, I guess I'm scared of getting cancer, but I'm also scared of getting hacked. So whenever something like that along those lines happens, I automatically think it's cancer, or it's I'm getting hacked. Hypochondriac. I wouldn't say that, because maybe I'd have to look up the true definition. It's not that I think everything's gonna kill me. It's that I think that the things that I have are ultimately going to lead to cancer. I don't know. I just think all roads lead to cancer and getting hacked. Anyways, nothing to joke about, because it is a serious matter. But anyways, it's kind of my own. I'm being vulnerable right now, like I am a lot of the time. So anyways, let me get caught up in comments again. Sorry about Tuesday. I got something coming Saturday. Hopefully it'll explain some stuff. It'll probably explain what's going on in here. Nah, we'll see. Maybe you won't put 2 and 2 together, but I know right away why that's not working. Anyways, now I have, now the bot is actually running on my machine right here. And I would put it on the screen, but I can't remember if I log out any secrets. And so I don't want to accidentally log out tokens. Oh yeah, and I still have a lot of stuff open from what I was working on before. Anyways, let me get caught up. PC Geek, first one in here. Thank you. How's it going, man? How you doing? Hope you're well. Sorry, this might make a noise. Let me move this. Okay, that made 0 noise because I learned to mute it first. There we go. I had to stand up today because I like standing up. Anyways, Takano, how's it going? Good to see you, man. How's your TrueNAS running? Official TrueNAS was the other day, so how's it running? Shoko Samurai, good evening. How you doing? Happy Thursday, all. Ilud, how's it going? PC Geek. Yep, I did it this time. Not intentionally. I just sat at my computer. Yeah. Well, you were first. So, hey, thanks for being here. Cipher, salutations. How's it going? Home Lab News, Stream Hype. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, that was a kind of a rough intro. Maybe a little more exciting than most with everything going on. I will get caught up on points too. So if you spend points, I'll redeem them for you. And now points should be working, at least for the end of the stream. PC Geek, well, going home tomorrow, vacation over. I hate packing up everything and then re-unpacking. Yeah, so you went on vacation and you actually have a PC you bring with you to play games on the road. I love it. So yeah, how'd that work out for you? I saw the PC and I saw the case in Discord and you had straps on. It was pretty awesome. Home Lab Noob, been doing a bit of work with serverless framework lately. Awesome. I keep hearing about it. I need to do a little more with it. Trying to figure out how to properly stand up all of my infrastructure using the framework, which is apparently a layer over CloudFormation templates. Interesting. Yeah. That's I need to do more with it for sure, and do some FAS, functions as a server, right? Cypher. I'm gonna say I like Cypher a little bit better. Maybe a different spelling of Cypher. Cypher, Proxmox server GPU pass-through, maybe a little Baldur's Gate 3. Nice. Yeah, nice. Baldur's Gate 3 sounds like a good time. Proxmox server GPU pass-through sounds like a pretty good time. Can be frustrating, I will admit. It's one of those things you either get on the first time or you spend hours only to realize you need to change one thing. So good luck in both of those. Yeah, what GPU you passing through? That's the real question. And what do you want to do with that thing? Takano, Ryzen 7 3700X, 32 gigs of RAM at 3200 megahertz, and a new case, hard drives, SSD, and other storage isn't changing. Nice, dude. You went all out now, because this journey started with like, hey, I think 10 gig. I think 10 gig brought you here. Either you were planning for TrueNAS a while ago with your 10 gig network upgrade, or this is leading you down that path to build a NAS. Because I think that's many moons ago. I think that's kind of how it started. 10 gig, which turned into getting 10 gig cards, which then turned into getting hard drives, which then turned into getting RAM, and now it looks like a whole new build, man. Sounds awesome though, for sure. And yeah, speaking of TrueNAS, someone from Discord brought it to my attention today that they released the master version, or whatever you want to call it, the gold build. It's no longer in beta, so that's super interesting and good for them. Good for them. I didn't realize it either, which I don't. I guess I would have to stumble across that, see it on social media or see it on YouTube. But I didn't know until someone posted in Discord today. I was like, oh my gosh, I should know these things. But I can't keep track of all things all the times. Hey, Stabra. Is that Stabara? I'm going to say Stabara. Stabra2, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. Let me guess, did you bring your home lab with you? Home lab new. Oh yeah, that's going to the PC Geek. I bet he did. I bet he couldn't stay away. He brought some stuff with him. Either that or he VPN'd in and went crazy on stuff. Ilude, wasting entirely too much time looking at electronics on AliExpress. Nice. I've only been to AliExpress a few times, to be honest. I haven't been there that much. Every time I do, I'm just like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff on there, for sure. I've never ordered anything from AliExpress. I should, just to see what the experience is like, and how long things take to get here too. Curious. Ilude, what specifically are you looking at? Curious. What caught your eye? Techno, potentially modular PS2. PSU2, awesome. So the ones with the modular cables, nice. I've had one or two of those in all my PC builds. Fantastic for cables. But put them in a place where you can remember where they are, because if you ever add more drives, like 2 years from now, you're like, oh, where's that cable at? I always put my stuff back in the original box, and then I'm like, it's in the original box. I know where it is, unless it's it ends up just being random stuff. Solitary Refinement. Ayo, how's it going? PC Geek. I didn't physically take it, but I have constant connection with my home network over OpenVPN, so I was able to tinker with my R710. Kind Yeah. Such an awesome machine. Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah. I'm the same way. I can't stay away too long. Even if I am remote, I always remote back in and check up on things. That's awesome. Hope you enjoyed your vacation though. Yeah, too. Was it this whole week? I think it was. But yeah, speaking of vacation, I'm actually off tomorrow. I took the day off to take care of some other stuff and just kind of tune out and chill out, do some stuff around the house. Yeah, so nice. Yeah, and usually we get to do some traveling throughout the year, but we didn't get to this year. So I'm kind of spreading my days out over the rest of the year, but awesome. Home Lab New, that standing desk is badass. Thanks, man. It was like my IKEA hack desk turned into a standing desk. And so what I did was, I just basically bought these mechanical legs that you can attach to any desktop. And so I have the IKEA, I forget what it's called. The big IKEA piece of wood, solid wood. It's like $100. It's like such a good deal for a piece of wood in general. That's a tabletop, and I bought the legs. They're heavy. Screwed them in, and I had a standing desk. Which actually, I only did this because a couple of the standing desks that I wanted to buy were on back order, and I was like, I guess I'll get legs, and then I'll attach them to the wood. Didn't really want to do that. I'm so glad I did now, because I can get an 8-foot, 10-foot, 5-foot table, tabletop, whatever I want. Just slap it on top. Whenever I get tired of this wood, or I stain it up too much, or I need a bigger desk for something else, put it on. It's awesome. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's super nice to be able to stand, just to kind of straighten my body out. Man, all the sub. Thank you for the 5 sub. Oh man, my bot needs some help. My bot needs some love. Thank you for the 5 sub. It should say 5-month sub. Thank you for the 4 sub. Thank you for the 3 sub. I'm just reading it now. Letnik 12. Yeah, thanks for the cheer, Ticano. Yeah. John, all projects are like that, always bigger than expected. Yeah, I agree. This one's it's a little bit different than what I've been doing, and so it's it's just a lot of extra work, a lot of unexpected things, and it's not even like unexpected. I don't know, more editing, I guess, than I was expecting. But yeah, hopefully you'll like it. Cypher, that's the exciting part, to see how you process all the steps. Yeah, for sure. There's our banana stuff. There are 2 bots. Yeah, there was 2 bots for a second. Hopefully there's not 2 bots now. I scaled my production bot down in Kubernetes, and so now I'm running them local, just running them on my local machine. But I kind of understand what's going on now and why he couldn't talk to my lights. It's all coming together now. The KCA, you need some Stoneth. I don't know what Stoneth is. Stoneth? The Piece of Geek, you thought you had code in an arbitrary test command or something. Yeah, I really freaked out when they came up. I was like, did I write bad code? Is someone hacking me? What is going on? But it shows that my party lights are working now. So yeah, those, hopefully, it did them right off the bat. So there must have been a queue of notifications to send out to there. Home Lab New, I managed to get a hold of a lamp, which my neighbor gave me for free. Planning on putting a Hue bulb in, nice. Also, my house has acquired some cleaning robots, nice. A vacuum cleaner, a mop bot. So far, the results are promising. That's awesome. I played with them a little bit. Like I had I still have a D-bot, which I was pretty impressed with. 1 on the price, and 2 on how low profile it was. And then I tried a Roomba before. The problem is with my house, I have radiators, and so I needed a really low profile vacuum robot that could get underneath the radiators. And because the one doesn't exist, I couldn't get one for a long time. And then D-bot came along. So D-bot has a pretty decent one, and it was able to get underneath my radiators. And I've had it for like 2 years, and then now it's pretty much toast. I don't know what's wrong with it. When you turn it on, or when you just start to charge it, it just freaks out, beeps real loud. But that's awesome. You'll have to let me know how the mop bot is. I always was curious about that one too. We have hardwood floors everywhere, so I would love something like that actually worked. CompuKid, me too. Getting hacked and cancer in that order. Yeah. Techno contract. I like it. Let's see here. Home Lab New, you can trust your secret access key. Trust us with your secret access key. Oh yeah, I totally would. Let's see. Toastface Gorilla, did you have any luck getting the lights interacting with subs, etc.? I did. I did, I think, and that's why they were flashing, because it caught, I think, one of the last ones at the end when I brought it up. So I think I did, but to be honest, I won't know. And I know, I understand the problem now. It's all so clear to me. But I understand the problem. I got to fix it. But once I do, it'll be awesome. And it should be kind of working now. See, yeah. So yeah, all right. Back to Tokyo Nights. Solitary refinement. I got my new VM server built in a couple of days ago. Ryzen 9. Wow, went all out. 128 gigs of DDR4. Jeez. Twin M2 1 terabyte NVMe's and 2 WD Red 8 terabytes. Wow. Long road ahead learning the Linux life. Wow, that is a beast mode server right there. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. 128 gigs of DDR4. That stuff's not cheap. That stuff's not cheap. As we all know, I think on the last couple of streams ago, we were kind of looking at prices for DDR4. That stuff's not cheap at all. Cypher, haha. Easy, TSA. Hey, sup, Tim? Good to be here. Been a while. Yeah, how you doing? Haven't seen that name in a while. Easy TSA. How you been? Toastface Grilla. One nice hardware there. Yeah, for sure. Nice one. I totally agree. Cypher, I've been following your videos and working with a GTX 770 Ti. Nice. That'll be nice. That's what I I like about being able to pass a GPU through to a virtual machine in general is because I feel like it kind of gives that GPU a new life, you know, because everyone has, you know, newer GPUs in their main machine. And then you have this GPU just laying around that's probably in a parts box. And then you're like, I wish I could put that to use. And yeah, so if you pass it through to a virtual machine, then you can do all kinds of stuff. You could, all the things that I talk about all the time. Me personally, I do plex transcoding and some stream transcoding. So it's pretty awesome to give those video cards a new lease on life. Piece of Geek, it was great. Found out my cheaper PC plays Fortnite than my expensive gaming rig, which costs 3 times more. I think the bottleneck is the CPU though. 2nd gen Ryzen versus 3rd gen in my mobile unit. Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Man, that kind of stinks that you find that out. It's like, man, all this time you could have been playing or getting better performance on your main machine. Yeah, that's man, that stinks, man. What are you gonna do? You're gonna swap them out? You're gonna switch them? HomeLab New, TrueNAS is out properly. Awesome, yeah, for sure it is. Solitary Refinement, thanks Toastface Gorilla. I'm committed now. Need to do a proper into Tim's Discord and start tapping into the expertise there. There's a lot of expertise there. There's a ton. I'm so thankful and fortunate that everyone's in there and that everyone knows so much. And yeah, I get to bounce ideas off people. They either say, yeah, you're on the right track, or no, you're crazy. And I appreciate them both. I've been lurking, but trying to do my due diligence and researching before I start asking stupid questions. I'm about 100 pages into the Linux Bible so far. Well, don't feel bad about asking questions, because I think I was, I'll just put it this way. I make myself vulnerable all the time in Discord, because I don't know everything about, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I don't know everything about everything, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And so I ask very basic questions sometimes about storage arrays or about networking, just because I haven't had the experience and just need to bounce some ideas off people. So don't feel bad about, hey, I got to lurk forever and then maybe I'll ask a question when I know enough. You can dive right in anytime. Dash of Awesome. You have been visited by the hydration bot. That's not a bot. Make sure you stay hydration. Remember to drink every now and then. You have a wonderful day. Well, thank you. I do. I drink lots of water. Here's one of my many Nalgene's right here, and it is empty. But I'm drinking bubbly water right now. I know that's not the same, but yeah. Let's see here. Solitary Refinement. Wealth of knowledge in the Discord. There are no stupid questions. Sometimes you have to get so deep, you look past the simple stuff. Good luck. Yeah, great advice there. Letnik. First time here, but love your videos. Thank you. I have a question. Portainer or Ranger? I think that meant Rancher. Ranger, I think, would probably be a good name for it. That would actually be a great name for it. I mean, Rancher's okay, but... Letnik, really depends. It really depends on what you want to do. Depends on if you want to do Kubernetes, they both can do it. If you want to just manage a Docker host only, Portainer is probably your best bet. And if you've done Portainer before and still want to do Kubernetes, Portainer might be a good fit because you already understand the UI. But if you're new to both, want to do Kubernetes, I'll just say that I personally use Rancher because it's been around for a lot longer. And they've been doing Kubernetes for a long time. Dr. Bell, IKEA Girton, thank you. Yes, that's the name of this table right here. We actually bought another one. I think we have 3 of these now because they're so, I don't want to say cheap because $100 isn't cheap, but they're affordable. Like you can't find a solid piece of wood this big for $100 like anywhere, unless you're like Craigslist or secondhand market. CompuKit is at the kitchen countertop. No, it's the I think it's the Girton. It's the desk one. So they how they want you to accessorize and mix and match. Tabletop and legs. You can pick this. I keep saying tabletop, but it's desktop. But it's not the kitchen countertop because that's not as deep as I want. I think that one might be a little bit wider, but it's not as deep. And so I like my desk deeper so I can throw more junk on here. More junk on here. But yeah, hey, Ilud, thank you so much for inviting him to check out the Discord. CompuKid, gotta go see ya. Hey, yeah, thanks for stopping in. Takano, so the Ryzen build will be my main PC. The current one I'm on will turn into the main server. Yeah, you did the whole upgrade your current PC and then, you know, hand that one down to the server. I like it. The TrueNAS CPU usage spikes up to 100% at times when transferring data. Yeah, that's a lot. I wonder if that's is that only when transferring large amounts of data or just a little bit? I'm curious. Yeah, because that seems pretty high. Like I never see mine spike that high, but then again, I have tons of cores in it, and they're Xeons, so I think I have 24 threads allocated to it, even though I don't need to. But yeah, let me know. Shuckle Samurai, got split days off this week. Today spent most of the day working on my yard. Tonight I'm gonna get some VPN working with pfSense. Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. So split days off this week. Man, yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah, I get an extra day, and I've already made so many plans for myself. But yeah, that's awesome, Shuckle Samurai. Solitary refinement, thanks. I'm gonna need it. I've been trying out some of Tim's tutorials on a test server last few weeks. And had some success. I know with some time, research, and help from the community, I'll get there. Yes, solitary refinement, you certainly will. Sci-fi cheap guy. If I want to automate my coffee maker, I should just use JavaScript. Yeah, it's such a, yeah, I think I would use JavaScript over anything else, for sure. But yeah, yeah, for sure. It's so weirdly named too, because like the whole, you know, Java versus JavaScript, they have nothing to do with each other. But hey, JavaScript's okay with me. Ilud got some addressable LED strips. Nice. ESP32 with camera for a doorbell project with some Bluetooth room thermometers. Are in the most recent AliExpress purchases. Wow. So on the AliExpress stuff. Like, is this because you couldn't find it at Amazon? Is it because they're hard to find? Is it because they're cheap? I'm just curious. Like, are you browsing, and then you're running into stuff, and you're like, yeah, that sounds good. I'll go with that. Cause yeah, I'm super curious. Let me update one thing real quick. All right, Twitch, if you're gonna be like that, sorry, just trying to update my. For some reason, my title bar is always gets stuck on stuff. And like, it looks like it's changed, but it's not. Same with my tags. It's like, why do I even use this thing? No, I'm kidding. Why do I even use this if it's not working the way it should be working? And it's probably not even them. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Yeah, why? Yeah, I'm curious. Cause like, you know, like I said, like I see it all the time. I've browsed it before. I'm just curious. Is it selection, price, or just curiosity? Solitary refinement. There's even a CoffeeScript, I believe. Absolutely, you're absolutely right. And so CoffeeScript is a transpile, is a super language kind of. It transpiles down to JavaScript, just like TypeScript does. So yeah, you're exactly right. I had a friend who was all about CoffeeScript. I never got into it. I did plain old JavaScript, and now he does TypeScript, and I do TypeScript too. Well, JavaScript too. But yeah, CoffeeScript was interesting when it came out, because it gave you a lot of the features that JavaScript doesn't support. I mean, that's the whole part of transpiling now. So it's, yeah, super interesting stuff. The PC Geek, if you want a nice sweater, just use yarn. Yes, I love these jokes. I love them. Just use yarn. So anyone not catching on to these, yarn is a tool that helps you. It's kind of like NPM. It's a tool that helps you run your JavaScript project. So I'm loving it. Let's see here. Shuckle Samurai sounds like my build. Nice. Toastface Gorilla. That's 1.5K for DDR4 ECC RAM. Yeah, it's not cheap. We talked about this, I think, a couple streams ago, but I could find it for right around $100. Some were 94, some were 104 per 32 gigs. So 4 of that is, yeah, 4. That's $100 plus tax and shipping, and yeah, it's not cheap. But ECC is cheaper than non-registered, I guess now. Cypher, that was a sweet call out there. Oh man, maybe I missed that one. Let's see here. Solitary refinement. I've not even begun to put in to work. I've not even begun to put into work. Cypher. I got another GPU, a GTX 480 as well. That is certainly up for a new life. Yes. Yeah. Oh man, the GTX 480s absolutely chug power. like famously. So if you recall. Yeah, I can't think of even what GPU that is. Because I was like, oh, I had a 260, which wasn't that great or something. I think it was a 260. Then I had a 7 something 60. And then I had 1080. Yeah, that's yeah. I wonder if it'll clock down though too, because I see it. The one that I pass through to my server when I run the NVIDIA tools, I can see that the RAM clocks down to like 100 megahertz, and so does the CPU when it's idle, and then you can see the fans clock down too. But yeah, I'm curious. 480s were a space heater. Runs at a comfortable 80 degrees on minimal load. Yeah, man, that might be rough. Might not be the best option. There you go. It was my first card upgrade to a 770 Ti, then jumped to a 2060. Yeah, wow, those are 2 big upgrades there. Yeah, awesome. Cypher. So I've got 2 cards. I've got things to do with. Yeah, it's nice when you can reuse them. You could sell the old too and get something newer, cheap, efficient. Yeah, that's for sure. Another project I might get back into is turning an older 32 TV into a board game. A game board. Oh, wow, I'm just like, wait, what? Turning a TV into a game board? Oh yeah, I'd like to know more about that. Sci-Fi Jeep Guy. AliExpress was described to me as all these companies use China manufacturing and slapping a name brand on it and sell it for high cost. AliExpress just sells the part with a knockoff name. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I'm always curious, like if it's price, availability, or just curiosity. For me, it'd probably be curiosity. Let's see here. Home Lab New. Someone should make a latte script. I bet if you Googled it, I bet it's out there. Maybe. Takano, not sure. The transfer I was doing when I was getting that screenshot, it was transferring around 64 gigs of data. I'm just dumping a ton into there. Yeah, I'm curious. Yeah. I wonder what the rate was too, but yeah, that stinks. But I mean, as long as your rates aren't, transfer rates don't dip, or if they're good enough, because I'm sure it went back down right after that. Cypher, I don't know. Do many devs drink lattes? I don't know. I mean, I don't. When I'm feeling fancy, maybe. I don't know. I've never been a huge fan of lattes because I like my I like my milk to cool off, or my cream to cool off the coffee enough to drink. So steaming it and going all crazy, maybe. But I don't know. Your developer friends do, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't, but I'm sure there are plenty. Toast Face Grilla, yeah, maybe like $100 for both. Can get a RX 580 secondhand, cheap. Most been mined with, worth around 150. Yeah. The mining it's funny because the miners gobble up all these GPUs as soon as they come out, and then as soon as the next ones come out, there's everything's available for pretty cheap. Yeah, it's crazy. Homeland New. I don't even drink coffee before doing computer science. I didn't even drink coffee before doing computer science. Yeah, I wasn't a big coffee fan either until until I got my first job, and then I was kind of like, yep, probably need some coffee. It was one of those things too, like it's an acquired taste, at least for me when I was younger it was. It was just like beer. I was like, I'll never drink that stuff. That stuff is gross. So that's how I felt about coffee at first, but yeah, now I'll drink either. But I don't really drink, but yeah, but I can stand the taste. How about that? not when I was younger. PC Geek, I was running a PS3 media server for movies while on vacation. Nice. I just noticed other hotel guests were streaming my movies. I guess I'm behind my own router too. I guess I had it configured wrong. Whoa, wait, what? You're running a PS3 media server for movies while on vacation. Just noticed other hotel guests were streaming my movies. That's interesting. That's crazy. How did they even get back to your network? Cypher, switching from construction on October 1st to front-end web dev. Yes. All of the coffee needed. However, I can't drink milk. Oh, that stinks. Man, jumping right into web dev. Cypher, that's awesome. Congratulations on the career move. That sounds really awesome. Congratulations. iLude, AliExpress is cheaper for some stuff, especially if you're buying multiples. Yeah, what's the shipping like? Like how long does it take for parts to get here and through customs and everything like that? Homeland New, it was an NVIDIA GPU from like 2011, I think. Nice. PC Geek, I think I'll be running much better firewall next time around. Probably pfSense in a VM. I'm still curious how they knew it was available and like how they could get to it. Cause that's crazy. Chicano, Minecraft. Hey, Solitary Refinement, gifted 1 sub to Cypher. Thank you so much. Gifted 1 sub. Hey, look at my lights. And they're working. Yeah, so that's party lights. Hopefully they go off after that, because that was the only other problem I was having after that. Hey, Solitary Refinement, thank you for the sub. Thank you for gifting it. Cypher, enjoy the gifted sub. Thank you so much. Yes. Now I know more about what the problem is. Has nothing to do with my code and everything to do with my network, but hopefully we'll take care of that this weekend. Minecraft is also now requiring a Microsoft account soon. People are less than pleased because it means you can be banned very easily without reason. Interesting, but they'll always have the Java version, right? And that's the only way you could really even run your own server and have people join it is running the Java edition, right? At least that was my understanding. Yeah, that's crazy. And I think part of the reason too why Microsoft doesn't let you join, like, you know, the Windows version can't join the Java version, or the Xbox version can't join the Java servers or something like that, because it's this whole thing because they can't guarantee, the content rating that they guarantee on their own managed server. So yeah, all crazy. But yeah, if they're doing it on the Java version too, that's crazy. Cypher, 32-inch hands-free TV with a board game table. I've been working on the board game that I've printed into pieces with my C-Reality CR10s, and have a Raspberry Pi that I would connect to the TV and display the board game you play on. Man, that sounds crazy. That sounds pretty awesome though. HomeLab New, why does Microsoft destroy everything they touch? Yeah, it seems to happen that way now. Oh, Takano, so Java is now turning into Bedrock. Some more information. Java is now turning into Bedrock, essentially. It would be the same login as Bedrock Edition. Lots of people are just hoping they don't toss in microtransactions and such. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, why? I wonder why they're doing that. Because, I don't know. Maybe they just want everyone running their software to run Microsoft accounts to pin you to people that they can hold accountable. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I'm not forced to sign in now. That's so interesting. I wondered it has to be a money play, security play, or an IP play. I'm curious, like, why they would do something like that. Homeland New, United States versus Microsoft 2.0 win. Takano, most are saying that if it does happen, that they will be moving to pirated launchers since they paid for it already. So they feel that they should be able to play it without Microsoft hand in their account and possibly getting terminated. Yeah, that is crazy. I don't know what the reasoning is for it. It's usually money, safety, or data, or privacy, something really weird. I can't think that it's money, nor is it anything to do with privacy. I don't know. I mean, it might be, yeah, it might be what I was just talking about earlier. The only other thing I can think of is that now they're going to let you join these Java version of the server from an Xbox. Because right now you can't. You have to use their worlds, right? And your world is basically renting a server, a Microsoft server on their space, which, whatever. But I don't want to do that. We're all running Minecraft servers, in our own infrastructure here, but I could never join it from my Xbox. So maybe it has something to do with that. And they're just like, well, it's a give and a take, but still, yeah, maybe I'm leaning towards that. I don't know, but what's the Microsoft total knockoff game? It's something like Test Blocks or something. Like it's 100% Microsoft, but it's open source. It's something like Test Blocks or Tester or something. I don't know what it's called, but maybe everyone will move to that. Toastface Gorilla, LOL, Tim, don't look at my 100 plus GPU boxes behind me for mining. No idea what you're talking about. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Man, I've never gotten into building mining rigs. They've always fascinated me. But yeah, oh man, I believe you. I believe you, Toastface Gorilla. HomeLab New, I think it's a combination of that nice free coffee plus the bleed over from San Francisco hipster culture into programming hacker culture. It could be. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, all the people in Silicon Valley like their fancy coffees. And I mean, me personally, I hear more about people, at least developers, drinking pour overs or doing a pour over, or how I should say, experiencing a pour over more so than I do lattes. Yeah, because pour overs, as you know, is like a whole entire process and experience that people love, and not only just drinking the coffee from a pour over, but actually the whole entire process itself. I had a buddy who did it, and I had to watch him do it because he loved doing it. He sat next to me, and so I followed him right to the kitchen, watched him do his whole entire pour over. I was like, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for a cup of coffee. Takano, also transfer rate dips every now and then. Transfers from 60 megabits down to 0 when the CPU spikes. Okay, yeah, that's not good then. That's not good for sure. So yeah, so you're going to upgrade the CPU then, right? HomeLab New, that is absolutely hilarious, yeah. PC Geek, must be something about how UPnP works. Okay, I put an IP filter on through there now. I was about to close the app and noticed a bunch of views connected. Okay, so yeah, if you had, I thought you meant all the way back home. So you spun up a server on a hotel network and it probably used universal plug and play. And then, yeah, so devices that can, that's, I've only done UPnP stuff a tiny bit with like TV stuff and, TV, HD home run, and stuff like that, spins up a UPnP server, and then any device can discover it. So yeah, that's awesome. So what movies were people watching on your server? Curious. That's so funny. Cypher. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the lights. Yeah, I got those working. And the sub for sure. For sure. HomeLab New, how did the guest even know to find your servers? Is some kind of MDNS announcements or something? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But I think so it'd have to be people, I don't know. Maybe they had some devices that's like, hey, this new, whatever, content servers on your network. I don't know what device that would be. Like in Windows, you can see your UPnP devices. If you just go into like my computer, you can see them listed. There's nothing that like tells you a notification that it's there. But that's where they'll show up. Because I can see my HD home run all the time. And it's just like, if I double click on it, I can start streaming TV right to my PC. But I don't normally because I use it for Plex. But yeah, I'm curious how people found it. People find stuff though. People find stuff, especially when they're bored in a hotel. Solitary refinement, no problem. Someone gifted me my sub, so I thought I'd pay it forward. Oh, thank you so much. Takano Banana. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. iLood, I would say 90% arrives in less than 30 days. Okay, this is going back to AliExpress. Every once in a while, you get something that takes 3 or 4 months. Whoa, 3 or 4 months. I would be like, what is this thing? Who's, I would think it's like someone, I don't know, sending me something from China. I would just be like, what is this thing? If it was 3 or 4 months from now, I would definitely be confused. Yeah, that's crazy though. No, Java is now requiring Microsoft account migration. If you don't migrate your account, you won't be able to play. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. I got to check it out. PC Geek, it's UPnP and runs a DLNA server. Nice. I'm running DDWRT with a wireless WAN, so I thought it should be routing between networks, inbound or something. I messed up for sure. Yeah, DLNA. That's right. DLNA is what my HD home run is advertising, using. I don't know. Digital. It's like Digital Living Network Alliance. I don't know why I remember the acronym. But it was supposed to make everything awesome and easy to find over the network. So I guess it worked. Penguin Airlines, hey, how's it going, man? Something about my Windows machine is capping my display at 30 hertz. I'm fed up. I'm moving to Linux. That stinks, man. Yeah, that stinks. Man, 30 hertz. That really stinks. Are you using any adapters? Different cables. I mean, I'm sure you checked all that, but man, 30 hertz is not good. I mean, yeah, it's pretty, a lot of ghosting going on probably. iLude, I tend to order project supplies way in advance, order stuff in the summer for wintertime projects when you're stuck inside. Yeah, that's good. It's like your own like tech project subscription plan. You just like, hey, you'll get it in 3 or 4 months and you forget you do it. So every month you order it and 3 or 4 months later you get it and you're like, oh yeah, let's do this. That's awesome. HomeLab New, LOL, that would be the easiest and least profitable way to turn public opinion against Microsoft. More control of the data, I agree. So they're almost certainly going to do it. I think Microsoft. Yeah. I mean, me personally, I don't have a problem logging in with my Microsoft account. I mean, me personally, I don't. But I totally can see how people could or would be upset about it. But at the same time, it doesn't affect me. Doesn't affect me. But yeah, that is interesting. I honestly think, like I said before, I think they're gonna make it the Xbox client able to connect to Java clients. So basically cross-platform, self-hosted cross-platform stuff now. Before, like, instead of doing what they do where you have to buy your world in their world. Chicano, people are also worrying about the accounts which are worth thousands due to the rare 3-letter names. Oh, interesting. Thousands? Wow, that's crazy. Sci-Fi Jeep Guy, they are adopting Google, Apple, Facebook, and everything with everything account. Yeah. Yeah, it seems to be. They claim it's for 2FA, but most assume it's for data collection. Yeah, and I think, like, going back to what I said too, like, they claim that they wouldn't allow people on Xbox to connect to self-hosted versions of the Java version is because they couldn't assure the game rating and I know you can't do that with most for online play, but they couldn't assure the game rating they were giving to it if they didn't have like moderators or something going on, some way to see what's going on inside of those communities. And so that was maybe they were just making excuses, or maybe this is going to be making it possible. Sci-Fi Jeep Guy, I trust Microsoft more than Google or Facebook so far. Yeah, I have to think about that one. Yeah, like the order of tech companies that I trust, I think I'm kind of up there too. I think I put Apple above all of those, maybe. But yeah, I never thought about Microsoft versus Apple. Who do I trust more? Yeah, I think I poke fun at Microsoft all the time, but man, they are a different company now than they were 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago. And I step in the right direction. This is unfortunate that if people are going to get super upset about Minecraft, I hope it's good intentions, because like I said before, like, ever since Satya moved in, it's been a different Microsoft, and he's turned the ship in the right direction. I don't know if it's the direction everyone likes, but I sure do. Chicano, people are worrying about TBTT and similar servers since they are lawless servers. People are concerned that they will be banned due to those servers being in place where hacking is allowed and everything is free for all. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe though, I don't know. Maybe, that is true. That is true. But maybe, like I said, what's the knockoff? What's the Minecraft knockoff? It's like test blocks or something like that. Maybe everyone will move there, which would be crazy. Doubt they will, but the people who want to do those types of things might have to do it somewhere else. One Josh 13, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. Solitary Refinement, wish more games supported dedicated servers. I do too. I honestly do too. Every now and then I'll go into like, I'll just Google like self-hosting servers or rent a server, because when I see rent a server, then I kind of know that most of those can be self-hosted. Some of them, I mean, some of those, I think they're authorized by certain, game publishers to do it. But I do too. Because I enjoy it. I used to host 4 or 5 different game servers, and I love nothing more than knowing that there were people on my game server playing. Like that's how I've been for so long. And a lot of the reason why I love self-hosting stuff, I want to build things, and a big reason why I build software too is I love building things that people use, plain and simple. And so when I used to, self-host some game servers, I still have some, just knowing like, hey, there's 5 people on my server or 10 people on my server right now playing a game. It meant so much to me. I was just like, this is awesome. Anyways, I totally do too. Toastfish Grill, I built mining rigs for years. I got in very early, was lucky. Dude, I'd love to see a picture of your rig, dude. Seriously. I see, only what I find on the internet. And they're usually like totally overkill, but I would love to see someone's that I at least know their name. Because everyone I see, it's usually a meme, or it's usually like a case like that's dedicated, it's specifically for a mining rig. And so it's like, okay, well, that's a product shot or something like that. Dude, you should totally post it. You should totally post it in Discord. Homelab New, I personally recommend Fedora or Arch, depending if you want a massive toolbox full of everything you want straight away, or do you want to pick and choose exactly what you want? Yeah, it's a good question. Cypher, I have 2 GPUs. This is Penguin Airlines. I have 2 GPUs. Both of them been supporting 4K 30 Hertz for a couple years now. Suddenly it reverts. I tried DDU methods and rolling back one version, but no luck. And I've eliminated the cable chain as a variable because it works on another machine. Dude, this is going to be a tough one to figure out. Cypher, also not attempting by any means to deter you from switching to Linux. Just wanted to throw that out there. Shuckle Samurai, just give me black coffee. All right. I'd say just give me black coffee and put a little almond milk in it to cool it off and smooth it out. But yeah, I'm there with you too. Homelab New, I've always heard it referred to as Chemex. Chemex. I don't know what we're talking about. What are we talking about here? Holy Merc. Hey, how's it going? Yeah. Speaking of who I found out, TrueNAS. How I figured out that TrueNAS got released. It was from Holy Merc. Just updated to TrueNAS to 12 stable. All right. Yeah, how's it running for you, Holy Merc? Solitary Refinement, of the 2 developers I work with, one was an AeroPress fanatic and the other had a soda stream. Yeah, it's so interesting. Like, yeah, just the gadgets and the processes now we can put into creating our concoctions that we drink. I don't, yeah, it was AeroPress. Is the AeroPress the one that you, no, I'm thinking of a French press. I don't know. I think the AeroPress one, is that the brand of the pour over? I don't know. I don't know enough about these things. But maybe I should read up on them. But I'm just a drip coffee person. Drip coffee, a little bit of almond milk in there and I'm good. Takano, yep, just upgrading it to a newer one, which is an i5 7500. Yeah, man, it'll probably run better. Holy Merc, some TV will show media servers on the same network. Yeah, it's a good call. Sedata 1 might have been discovered with DLNA. Yeah. Cypher, that is kind of what I was thinking in regards to showing up as a host name that everyone else recognized. Yeah. Was your server name like movies or watch lots of movies here. Holy Merc, on AliExpress, if it takes longer that the ETA, they will refund your money if it takes longer than their ETA. Nice. Wish everyone did that. Eli 1478. Oh yeah, I think you mean hello to all. This is my first Twitch stream with me. Good evening, all. Hey, yeah, my lights weren't. There was a lot going on. I'm not used to those lights. I'm like thinking like police are here or something. Tilburn, resub, tier 1, 2 months, 2 months straight. Thank you so much. Getting 7 gigabits on my home network now. My NAS is for a workout. Man, 7 gigabits per second. That's awesome. Now it's all going to boil down to, storage speed. How fast can you read or write on either end? Wow. Tilburn, thank you so much for resubbing 2 months. Really appreciate it. Cypher, same here. Let's see here. Howdy back from Nashville. All right, Nashville, Tennessee. All right, been in Nashville a couple times. I like it down there. Like it. Dang, Jathbrisk. Hey, tier 1 sub. Thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the sub. Man. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Dang. Tilburn, wow, you guys are blowing me up. Dude, thank you so much. Tilburn gifted a sub to My Secure Gift. My Secure Gift sub. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it, man. Wow, you guys are blowing me up and throwing me off track. I'm losing my train of thought, but appreciate it. Man, also, like, those lights are super distracting. Hope you guys enjoy them. I enjoy them. I'm just not used to it yet. I keep thinking, like, there's a police car or an ambulance behind me. So yeah, thank you. Eli, howdy back from Nashville. Yeah, I was saying, yeah, I enjoyed Nashville. I've been there a couple of times. I enjoyed it. Isn't their claim like the capital of live music or something? I don't know. It's a great place. I had lots of great food and heard lots of live music while I was there. Weather was not too bad too. Penguin Airlines. Yeah, lots of adapters. But I already spent a couple hours checking every individual component, one at the time, even another at 4K 60 hertz display. I suspect the driver. Yeah, does the driver, well, I think you said what kind of video cards they were. Maybe you didn't. But yeah, curious. Because sometimes, yeah, I bet driver then. Because, sometimes there might be like a different utility you could use to actually change the refresh rate. Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. The monitor problems or display problems are the worst. They're right up there with audio. I don't know which one's worse. Probably video. Cypher. It's been a wonder after enjoying all the awesome YouTube tutorials of all the things I'm interested in to actually join the Discord and be tuning into a live stream the very second day. Hey, thank you. No, I appreciate it. And like, yeah, so like this channel or the YouTube channel or Discord wouldn't be anything without everyone that's here now, and even people that aren't here now, people that are in Discord, people that are on YouTube, people that are on Twitch. So yeah, so I appreciate that, but really it's everyone here, and who, it's the community as a whole who I think makes this awesome. So yeah, while I get to talk and hold a channel where people can meet, I think it's the people in here that I think can make it really awesome. Same with Discord too. Like I said, like it's so awesome just having this collective knowledge of people, and people from everywhere, all walks of life, different backgrounds, that have different interests in tech, and different, they just have so many different interests. Like every time I look in Discord, I'm like, whoa, there is so much going on here, and I love it, and I get to learn so much from everyone. So anyways, basically Cypher, right back at you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. JD0423CP. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. Penguin Airlines. Oh, for the sec there, I thought there was a purple screen. Oh, I like this. So purple. What were you thinking purple? Oh, wait, were you talking about the video? For a sec, I thought there was a purple screen. Or do you mean the colors? I did. I don't know if you were on last time, but I did adjust the the Hawaiian sunset just for you, because you were saying like it was nice and it was kind of a peachy color, and you liked it. I perfected it, and I don't think you saw it last time. I think last stream I don't think you were on because I was like, hey, I fixed I fixed my Hawaiian sunset just for Penguin Airlines. I'm teasing, but I did. I tweaked it. Not saying, well, no. Sorry you had to spend your points. There you go. So I tweaked it ever so slightly. Just a little bit. There we go. Little orange, it's a little more pink than I remember it last time. Anyways, I'll get it right. Oh, it looks better when I sit down. It's the angle. Thank you. Yeah, it looks better when I sit down because the sunlight is lower, but it's the camera angle now. Anyways, still tweaking it. One day I'll put my America theme into production. Right now it's still in dev and staging. I still need to figure it out. Solitary refinement, sorry to leave early. Hey, no problem at all. No problem at all. There's a comedy on C-SPAN I want to catch. I'll see you guys in Discord. Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, not at all. New True UI. Man, I think I'm gonna, yeah, my eyes, I don't know. My eyes are killing me. But anyways, enough of that. New True NAS UI is so much faster. Yeah. I was thinking about just upgrading live on stream tonight, and I was just like, is that really what I want to take on? I'm sure it'll be fine, and I'm not saying anything against doing an upgrade or even that it will go wrong. But I was like, yeah, maybe I'll set my title, Upgrade TrueNAS Live. Let's do this. And then I was like, I have to still finish my video, and tomorrow I didn't plan on, in the case that something went wrong, I didn't feel like troubleshooting all that. Anyways, maybe Saturday. I think Saturday would be a good day. Maybe I'll do it live on stream. We'll see. If you want me to, I don't know. I have a lot of data on there. I'm not worried about it going away, but it would suck if it did. Tailspace Gorilla. Oh no, we read that. Home Lab New. The alone has convinced me to update. To be honest, yeah, that alone. Yeah, I think it looks nice. It looks super clean. Like they really cleaned it up a bit. But yeah, I'm curious too. Cypher, yeah, thank you again. Have a great night. See you next time. Oh, next time. All right, you're talking solid. Yeah, touchly 10. Now I'm getting confused. Okay, Holymerk, ETA Prime made a video where he installed a full Java on a Pi that uses an MS account. Interesting. All right, I got to check this out too, because I have a tiny Minecraft server. No one ever plays it. It's actually public. Every time I go on there, people have been on there and building stuff and writing really interesting messages on signs. I'm just blown away. Like, how are people even? Well, I only advertise my server a few different places, and really it just goes back to I love hosting stuff. But I go on my server and I'm like, people are putting some time into this, and it's absolutely like it shouldn't be on anyone's radar. I don't know. Maybe one day we'll explore it, because there are some awesome things people are building. I don't even know who these people are. I have no clue. I mean, I can see it in the logs, but going back to why Microsoft probably wants to pin you to a Microsoft account so they know who. At least they do. Let's see. I was already allowed to connect to a Java server with some DNS trickery. Some other people are worried since they can't migrate their accounts. So some accounts. The email used will no longer exist. To change it, you need to contact Microsoft, which doesn't respond and auto closes the tickets. Yeah, not fun. Not fun. Chatbrisk, your lights integration with Twitch is super cool. Would love to see a guide on how you set something up like that. Your guides are super helpful and well made. Thank you. I kind of have something. Well, the whole reason why I did the whole lights thing is because I bought one of these. Well, this is the version 3. But I bought one of these Broadlink devices, and that kind of took me down a path of like, I don't know. I have some hue lights and I have some LED lights that are controlled by infrared. So I ended up buying a Broadlink. Then I ended up writing a ton of code. And so I wired it all up, but I can probably at some point fork my code and take all my personal stuff out there and just make it open source for sure too. But thank you. As you can tell, the last couple of streams, it doesn't always work, but the fact that I'm running on this machine right here and it works flawless tells me it's something in my network, which I should take care of this weekend. But thank you. Homeland New, while it's true that Microsoft is better, it's basically because they've been forced to, good point. Hey, one Josh, dude, thanks for the sub, Prime. Thank you so much. Yeah, disco party in here, man. Thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate it, man. You guys are too generous. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, one Josh. The lights, I love it. I love that it's working because I thought forever is my code. While it's true that Microsoft is better, it's basically because they've been forced to at gunpoint. From the security issues they refuse to acknowledge in Windows 95 to ME to weird icky feeling stuff like this Minecraft. Yeah. And I think their shareholders basically said too, right? I mean, they voted, right? They when Ballmer was there. But yeah, I totally agree. But I won't, I just think that I feel like I don't know Satya personally or know about him as a person. I just know that once he came in, he really started focusing on, making Microsoft more focused on cloud, more, open sourcing C#.net. They did all of these crazy things after he got there, and sure, some of them might have been in the works, but I don't think Ballmer was letting a lot of that stuff go anywhere. So I welcome Satya too. But yeah, he's been there for a while, and I think he's doing a great job. Takano, it was the one you said. Pizza Geek, I used to play Unreal Tournament 2004 with a group of co-workers when I was younger. One of them hosted a server from his house. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. There's this other game called like Nexius or Nejui. I don't know if I think it's French. But it's very similar to that, and it's open source, and I used to host it for a while. I would just host it 24/7, 365, just so people could play on it, and people I didn't even know. But yeah, good times. Oh my gosh, I scrolled kinda. Well, unlike Google, Google and Facebook, Microsoft and Apple have profitable business. Golag and your Facebook and your data are their business. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's interesting too. I don't know. Facebook's, yeah. I mean, they're just printing money, with Instagram and Facebook, but yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy too. I was thinking about it, and with YouTube, if you're a content creator, Google has a rev sharing model. I was just thinking about this the other day. If you create content and it's popular, Google shares the profit with you on YouTube. And it's kind of how it works, right? I mean, at a high level, people are paying for ads and you make a portion of that. Sure, Google's making 99% of it, but still they share some money with you. Then I was starting to think about other content platforms. I mean, obviously on Twitch, you do too. They do with subs and bits and stuff like that. But then I was thinking like Facebook, Instagram, like all of these people are creating all of this content to make this platform and they get $0 for it. Like not even a penny. And I was just thinking, man, how do people even have or run a business on Instagram? Or I know they get sponsors and stuff like that, but man, it's just crazy to think about how much money like Facebook is making off of other people's content. It's just so crazy. I feel like there should be a rev sharing model with Facebook and Twitter too. You could say the same for Twitter, right? You could say the same for Twitter too, or any social media platform. People are creating content, and it's sometimes original content. Sometimes that original content is popular, and the person who profits isn't the person who created the content. It's the platform itself. Yeah. So anyways, it's funny you say that, because I was talking about it with my friend the other day, and we were just kind of touching on it. And I was like, yeah, that is so crazy to think about that like all these social media platforms, it's none of their content. It's everyone else's, but yet the people making it make $0. Anyways, Cypher, building those things in-house is exactly what I'm striving for as well. Just need to figure out roommate situation and creating firewall where no one is compromised if they're connected to the network. I like it. Yeah, I love it. I think those things are awesome to figure out, especially if, like you said, you're going to be getting a roommate and starting new. That's always fun. Reconfiguring existing networks, not fun. Migrating firewalls or switches, not fun. Moving VLANs or creating new wireless networks for VLANs, kind of fun if you're migrating to new stuff. But man, you're in a good position because it's all new. You get to decide what it is up front. So yeah, that sounds fun. Chemex instead of pour over, I think. Oh, okay, gotcha. Home lab new, oh for sure. That's what made me feeling less disgusted, not feeling good. LOL. Apple, I sort of trust. Yeah, I think I don't know. I mean, maybe it's all a ruse. I doubt it, but you know, Apple's been playing the privacy game for a long time, and some say it's because they didn't get on the search engine wagon quick enough. They didn't build a social network fast enough. They don't have an ad network like Google. So like, what left is there for them to play? And it's, you know, it's privacy. And so I don't know if they're playing the hand they were dealt, or if this was their plan all along. But they are starting to be, you know, the privacy first tech company. Well, privacy that's not Apple's, you know. But yeah, so yeah, it's interesting to think about. I think we'll know more as it comes. And you know, I mean, yeah, I mean, I have an iPhone. I mean, I trust Apple enough to put my stuff in my phone, you know. So, but what other option do we have right now? Trunaz, no jail's broken yet. All right. Tilburn getting 7 gigabits on my. Oh yeah, we saw that as part of your sub message. Sci-fi Jeep guy. True. I wish it would remain anonymous with an alias, not needing some phone number now for texting every sign up. Oh yeah. Yeah, the sound of the police. Totally. That's what I think is like. There's an ambulance or police that are behind me every time. Sorry, I'm feeling kind of like loopy right now. I don't know why. Eli, 1478, LOL, home of the country music and healthcare IT. Oh, we're talking about Nashville. Okay. I thought it was home of the capital of live music or something. I don't know. That's what I heard when I was there. But country music and healthcare IT. All right. You could all, yeah. There are a couple other cities like that too. That could probably make that same claim. Penguin Airlines, a 1070 and a 1070 Ti. Yeah, regarding multiple utilities, I've tried GeForce Control Panel and Display Fusion. Man, that stinks. That totally stinks. Because now what's left? Like wipe it, or like, I mean, you could just try like a live boot to an Ubuntu CD, right? Ubuntu Live without it getting installed. Try to install the NVIDIA drivers there and see if you could do it on that same exact hardware. I don't know. Just spitballing ideas of like, you know, if you don't want to wipe your machine or something like that and test some stuff out, yeah, maybe a live boot where you can get the drivers installed on something else and see if you can go above 30 hertz. Cypher, I had a problem with HDMI connectors and I was doing that. Didn't quite do it, so I swapped the cord. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah. Did you try reverting to an old driver? Found a page that said that worked to restore 4K. Oh my God, America theme. Yeah, my America theme is it's not full. It's there. It's just not great. I don't have clean lines on the red, white, and blue, but we'll see. Penguin Airlines. Yeah, I went back to version 1. Was going to try going back 2 later. For now, I'm going to live with Linux for a bit. Nice, cool. Live upgrade, go for it. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe Saturday. Jasper Zero, holy yes, your stream looks so clean. Thanks, I appreciate it. This is there have been a lot of tweaks to it over time, so still not totally done yet. But I'm just trying to do a little bit better every time. Oh, let's see here. Penguin Airlines. Oh, yeah, I got the rapid flashing lights working too. Yeah. I was saying that earlier. I thought it's my code. Not my code. It's my network. But hopefully we'll take care of that this weekend. Toastface Gorilla. Tim, I put a rig pic in the hardware section. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to check this out too, for sure. Because I would love to see someone who at least had words with who actually owns a mining rig to see what it looks like. Cypher, hey, well, it's been it's been really good here to be a part of this and getting surprised with the gift. I'll be back for sure, especially for the Tech Talk. Have a fantastic Thursday, at least where I am. Hasta la pasta. Yeah, it's Thursday where I am too. VLANs everywhere. Hey, Cypher, thanks so much thanks for tuning in. You have a great night. Logic, privacy is the only reason I would consider Apple. I wish there were more choices. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree too. I don't know. Yes. I wish there were more choices. But you see, yeah, I mean, who knows? There could be another player in this space. I mean, you saw how I went for Microsoft, but that doesn't mean there can't be another player here someday. But we saw how it went for Microsoft, but at the same time, they had a ton of baggage. They brought a ton of baggage with them. And so when I say this space, I mean just mobile space. But who knows? They could make a comeback. They're still doing their ARM stuff because they know that they want to keep creating Windows on ARM. Not that people want a Windows phone, but maybe someday they'll be back. Maybe there'll be another player. Because I agree, Apple seems to be the only choice for privacy. I will say though that and I'm not endorsing Microsoft Edge, but Microsoft now is trying to be like the Safari. So Apple's all about privacy. Apple says use Safari because it's more secure, more private, more yada yada yada. Microsoft's doing the same thing with Edge now too on Windows. So it's interesting. It's interesting to see how this is going to play out. But I do wish there were more choices too. Because I choose Apple because privacy, security. And I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago when I had an Android phone, had a Windows phone too, and had an iPhone, I just decided to stick with my iPhone because I didn't like the way the Google Play Store was going at the time. But this was like 4 or 5 years ago, but could be different now. I know Google's doing scanning and doing a lot of stuff they didn't do way back then, but it was a scary place on Android for a while. Probably not like that now. Penguin Airlines. Nah, I've been in Fedora installation. No need to mess around. Oh, live disk. There you go. I've just been neglecting to switch it as primary. Tilburn. Privacy online doesn't exist. Doesn't exist on Apple, Google, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or any other platform that sells ads or allows ad injections into apps. I have pfSense in the cloud that is filtering as much as possible, and I VPN my traffic using DNSSEC. Only way to keep only way to control things is to keep my ISP out of the loop. Yeah, good call, man. I like all those. That's like the playbook right there for how to keep your data away from your ISP. If those people on a bandwidth limit from their ISP if those people on a bandwidth limit from their ISP was allowed to charge back all the ISP data mining on the ads, I'm pretty sure they would get their 30% back of their data cap usage. So this is going into what I was complaining about people creating content on other people's platforms and not getting paid for it. Yeah, the same thing about your ISP. They're selling you, they're selling you, a service, and at the same time, then selling you, the data to other people. It's like, oh my gosh, how many ways can you make money off this? Let's see, RP Keenan, the ecosystem with Apple and how it works is huge in my opinion. Yeah, I totally agree. Ecosystem for sure. Yep, I totally agree. I will say though that if you think of their larger ecosystem, when I think Apple ecosystem, I think the App Store. I get it. Like I have a MacBook too, and it's nice when I get my messages on there. And I guess I have an Apple Watch, and I have an iPad too, but I don't know. Like I feel like a lot of their deeper integrations, a lot of people don't buy into yet. I mean, even as simple as iCloud or even just maps in general. I think, some of their things in their ecosystem, if you're just talking about app ecosystem, yeah, I totally get it. But the whole entire Apple ecosystem, it's like, man, they have a ton of money in it. And some corners I feel like aren't as explored as others. I don't know. But yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree. And if you think worldwide, worldwide, Android's definitely winning. They have share, the most share. United States, I think Apple might have a little more. But yeah, it's crazy to think about. See whether for competition equals win for everyone. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And yeah, and people need to be able to compete. Just think of how much money you got to spend to even compete, to be the next mobile platform for people. And then how do you even buy into that? And then, yeah, so I guess going back into the ecosystem play, yeah, like you'll end up in a chicken or egg. I mean, unless you build another Android, which Microsoft just kind of did, you know, that's Microsoft's way to get back in the mobile platform game. Just build Android, because then you don't need to build an app store, because that was their problem. I mean, they had many problems, but you know, when Microsoft tried to get into Windows Phone, they basically didn't have an ecosystem. They didn't have an app store. So they're like, okay, we're going to build apps, and we're going to pay people to build apps, and then, you know, eventually all the developers will make their apps for our platform. No, didn't happen. And then so they were paying developers lots of money to build their apps for their platform. And then meanwhile, people weren't moving there because they didn't have apps. So it was this, hey, I would move to this new platform, but there aren't any apps there. And then the developer saying, well, I'm not going to build any apps for that platform if there aren't users there. And so, yeah, it's a good point. And so that's part of the problem I think that any new ecosystem will have is like, yeah, I want to try whatever. I want to try this new, I don't know, Triforce phone. I'm making this up. Yeah, I want to try a Triforce phone. Best specs ever, best security ever. Oh, it's so awesome. But does it have Instagram? Not yet. You know, does it have, you know, name your app. Not even killer apps. I'm just saying basic apps. Is Gmail there yet? No, Google won't do it because, you know, they don't believe in it. Okay, well, what is there? You know, and I think that's the problem that any new competitor will have in this space, unless they do what Microsoft just did. Well, not just did, not too long ago, which was use Android, and so build a version of Android that's connected to all your services. It's kind of like a Trojan horse. Not that other players haven't done that before. But anyway, sorry, I'm going way too long on that. Sachchansky, I ditched everything Google today and switched to Moto G. Oh, nice. How's that working out for you? Sedated One, you're still not completely private with your VPN. You're just shifting your trust from one ISP, VPN provider to your VPC provider. That's a great point. That's a great point. Yeah. Impulse 9, as someone that managed a few small WISP IoT devices, are creating a stupid amount of background traffic around the clock, it can be pretty absurd to see. Yeah, I worry about mine. I'll have some more visibility on my stuff here soon, but I'm just like, yeah, that's a good point, Impulse 9. JIT Cipher, in the software industry, no one get near Microsoft. Yeah. Tilburn, Sedated One, when I host my own VPN in the cloud, the data from all of my doings is as obscure as possible and protects from device-specific targeting. I like it. Then your VPC, Sedated says, then your VPC, VPS, VPN provider now sees everything when it leaves your VPN and your VPS provider. JIT Cipher, Microsoft most of the time was the pioneer. Yeah, I think they were too. I mean, they did a lot of stuff early. I mean, you know, they're Microsoft. I think they're kind of, I don't know. I'd like to see them do more. I feel like they were super innovative, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. I still think they're doing a lot better than they used to. But I don't know, maybe I'm not tapped in as much as I used to be with Microsoft. But I don't know, I was super excited for like a lot of the things they were getting into. Especially what were the glasses or the goggles? I don't remember what they were called. You guys probably know. What happened to that? It was supposed to be awesome. Tilburn, I understand. HoloLens, thank you. Yeah, well, HoloLens, thank you. Like that thing blew my mind, especially for like healthcare, and like it had so many awesome applications for it. I mean, you could say the same thing about Google Glass. You could say a lot of things about all of this stuff. You know, I feel like that stuff came and went, and hopefully they're still developing a lot of that stuff. Because I thought it seemed pretty groundbreaking, especially like in the healthcare space. I thought it did. Impulse 9, sorry, let me go back up here. I mean, it does lower market. Sorry. Messages jumping. I understand the endpoint. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's the best option for me at my budget level. Impulse 9, I mean, does lower market share just mean Edge can be security focused now since they're in a position to catch up? Yeah. I would. That was kind of my thought about Apple and Safari too. Yeah, if it wasn't for mobile Safari and a lot of other browsers that run on iOS getting counted as Safari because they're, based on WebKit, because you can only run browser in iOS. Yeah, I kind of thought the same about Safari too, but yeah, I totally agree. Hey, RP Keenan, you have 2 HoloLenses at work. Awesome. They still work well and are being developed. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I thought they were interesting. I hope they continue to be developed. I think they have so many applications. It's out there. NASA's using it. Awesome. Maybe, see, I'm just not tapped in with them anymore. I even forgot that it was called HoloLens. And if you had asked me that 3 years ago, I'd have been like, yeah, duh. But that's awesome. Good for them. I'm glad they're still doing it. I think they need to start, continue to do those things, because those are the things that are going to truly make them, a different company, and help innovate in spaces that maybe other companies aren't. And those types of things, I think, make Microsoft a differentiator too. Sashchansky, wasn't there even a second generation already? Yeah, I hope so. Tilburn is spot on. Microsoft is trying so hard with Edge, I'm almost going to use it out of pity. Toastface Gorilla, yeah. I mean, yeah, they have some history too. I mean, there's so much history into that little blue thing that still looks like an E. It's a wave now, It was, Internet Explorer, then they were like, okay, well, we need to rebrand, we need to rebuild and rebrand, so we're going to call it Edge. And then they were like, but it was still based on a lot of the older stuff. Well, they rebuilt it from the ground up, but it didn't gain a ton of adoption. And yeah, and then they were like, well, I guess we'll just go with we'll go over to Chromium. And so I think it was a good move for them. I mean, I think it was a good move for them and for the world. I don't know if it was a good move for security. Now we only have, a couple of browsers, and maybe that's not good, but I think it was a good move for them instead of continuing to develop this island called Edge or Internet Explorer that no one was using to now contribute those efforts into the open source project of Chromium. I think that was a good move. But now the world has less browser types, so maybe we're in a better space or worse. Let's see here. So we need, let me go, I'm not insane. See Weatherford. So we need a DNS app that will constantly change your external DNS after every lookup. That would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'm super tired, guys. Heading out. Home Lab New. Hey, thank you so much. Good night, Home Lab New. Yeah, Penguin Airlines. We need to get Netscape back. Yeah, totally. RP Keenan. I have been using Edge for months. My business job using Microsoft 365 integration is very nice. Best browser to date. Best browser for Microsoft today. I totally agree. Yeah, I have nothing against it. I mean, they're doing to Chromium what Google did to Chrome. I'm sorry. They're doing to Chromium what Google already did to Chromium, which is, I don't want to say but use the open source project, embed all of their services into it, and rebrand it. Obviously, there are other things, performance improvements, and Google's contributed a ton to it, right? But arguably, that's what Microsoft's kind of doing now too. It's like, okay, well, now we're gonna run, a version of Chromium, and we're gonna brand it as Microsoft. We're gonna put all of our meat hooks into it, and I don't mean meat hooks like tracking. I just mean like, we're gonna sign in with your Microsoft account. We're gonna sync across your Microsoft account. We're gonna do this continuum thing across phone and browser. And oh yeah, by the way, we're on Android, we're on iOS now. We can sync your bookmarks. So I'm not. I don't think it's bad at all because it's all based on a good browser. It's just interesting, because Google did the same exact thing, but they did it a long time ago. But yeah. Anyways, let's see here. Takano might be getting a new rack mount case soon. Nice. Debating whether or not just use the old server for a dedicated TrueNAS machine. Yeah, true. Ghostface Gorilla, sorry. Rack mount case so expensive for me in Australia. Hard to find too, even online. Online pretty dear. Yeah, they're expensive. They're expensive. Yeah, they are. I totally agree. I've converted some, and I have some things in the works. But yeah. Let's just say you're definitely paying for it to be rack mount. I think I think you can get an okay one, like a 4U, as long as you don't want a high, for roughly, I don't know, $80 or something like that. Which if you're using, you know, if it's going to be used for NAS, you have a lot of space to grow. But the Chenbro and the Roswell one, or Roswell, I don't know how you pronounce it. Those are, I mean, the Chenbro one's more expensive. I think I just got, I got gouged because the time I bought it. But, you know, 80-ish bucks. And I know that's, you know, you could probably get the same tower for 40 or 50. But not too bad. Oh, hot swap bays, yeah. Yeah, so that'll drive the cost up for sure. Yeah. I got 2 nice deal for you, 150. Nice. Each ship during a Bitcoin sales. Have been looking at it for months. Nice. And they take the 4, 5 1/4 drive base. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let me know. Yeah, you pay a premium for rack mount stuff. I think it's just because, you know, they're not pushing as many as those. You know, it's just a quantity or a volume play, you know. Let's see. So I'm thinking I'm getting one with 8 bays. Nice. Worst case scenario, you can put a desktop tower on a shelf in a rack if you have the space. Just don't have the benefits of a true rack mount. Yeah, it's a good solution too. Just buy one of those shelves and put it on there and just put it sideways. Techno to be able to use those. Toast Face Gorilla, yeah. I got the 8 bays. They're good. They're good even having the extra room to work in. Yeah. I think so too. Yeah. My 4U one, I love it. The only thing I don't love is that it's 4U. Thing that I do love is that it's rack mount. I didn't like, yeah. I wish it was 2, but I understand. As soon as you start getting smaller, you just, it takes up so much less space, but you start paying and you can fit less in there. Awesome. Hey, yeah. One more. Or just bear with the motherboard shelf and call it a day. Or just bare motherboard on the shelf and call it a day. Yeah, funny, yeah. One of my most crazy PC builds, just to get my brother going, we built basically we turned a clothing basket into a computer. Wasn't even anything. We basically used that to put the motherboard on, and then we attached everything to it, power, cables, everything, so he could do something on his computer at night, and ran like that for a couple of hours. But yeah, 3D printer case, yeah. But yeah, clothing basket, I think, was my craziest ever PC build, and it wasn't I wasn't even trying. It was just like what we had, and he had no case. But pretty crazy stuff. Hey, I got to call it. It's getting pretty late, and I don't know if it's late where you're at, but it's getting a little bit later here. I got to take care of some stuff. Man, thank you guys so much for hanging out, for coming in, for chatting it up. Also, thank you so much. There were so many subs, so many follows in there. I really, truly appreciate it. If you're new to the stream, absolutely you can we would love for you to join our Discord. I know a couple of people have mentioned it before. Thank you so much for posting it, Techno. We have a Discord full of different channels. A lot of them are tech, some are high tech, some are super low tech. But a lot of good people in there, a lot of smart people, and a lot of people that chat about a lot of different things. I learn a ton of stuff in there every single day. I'm just like, whoa, there's a lot of information, and a lot of great people in there, and it's pretty chill too. And people share a lot of photos and images and stories and content. I'm just blown away at how much content there is in there. I love it. So anyways, I encourage you to join if you haven't already. Techno posted the link. Other than that, I will be back on Saturday, 3 CST. So that's my normal time on Saturday. That's my rest of the world. That's my most of the world time, friendly time. So I would appreciate it if you join. Also, I'll have something for you, hopefully Saturday if I can wrap it up. But anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Yeah, all those headphones in there, love it. Oh yeah, well, I'll save this one for Saturday, because if not, I'll be on here forever. I will see you guys Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. So yeah, have a good night. Take care, and be good to each other. Take care.